In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 safest places in America. So before starting this video, please like this video, and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. We all want the finer things in life. Love, comfort and safety are at the top of everyone's list. For a lot of people who live in America, safety isn't a problem, but we don't all get to live in the safest cities, unless of course you live in Cary. The purpose of this post is to determine where the safest cities to live are in America. Those places where crime is usually something you hear about on Facebook, but not from your neighbor. If that's not up your alley, for more reading on safe places to live, check out. Number 10. Santa Clarita, CA. But we know they don't take this spot for granted. Santa Clarita residents can attest that their hometown deserves to be on list. In total, there were 277 violent crimes and 2,059 property crimes in Santa Clarita. That's really good for a place of 218,000 people, and definitely something to be happy about looking forward into 2019. Number 9. Gilbert, Arizona. Welcome to Gilbert, Arizona, the 9th safest place you can live in America. Sure, there are far fewer people jam-packed in Gilbert than in nearby Phoenix, so you might expect more of a sleepy place. But look at New Mexico. There's hardly anyone in that state, and it's one of the most dangerous places in the whole country. In Gilbert, you'd have a 1 in 1,200 chance of being a victim of a major crime. That's the 4th lowest number in the US. This smallish city has also seen its crime numbers go down over the last few years, which is a good thing. There's hardly any thefts, robberies, break-ins or other random crimes lately. The only thing you'd have to worry about is someone breaking down your door to move in with you. Gilbert's population is exploding. Number 8. Sterling Heights, Michigan. The 8th safest city in America for 2019 goes to Sterling Heights. Let's see why. There were only 167 violent crimes here last year, which is basically zero for the average citizen. And there were only 1,140 property crimes to boot. Number 7. Murrieta, CA. Next on our list of safest places to live in America brings us to the ostentatious community of Murrieta, California. Whatever ostentatious means. It sounded like the right word. Murrieta undoubtedly has a very bored police department. If you spent a year in Murrieta, you'd have only a 1 in 250 chance you'd be the victim of even a basic property crime. In fact, most years, there's only a handful of violent crimes reported within city limits. Murrieta calls itself the future of California. That's quite a stretch. I grew up near here, but I will say if driving 2 hours to work each way each day is the future of living in California, then maybe their motto is spot on. But Murrieta's the type of place that if you need a ride to work one day, someone will give you a lift. Heck, if your dog shows up missing, it's probably just at the neighbor's house. Number 6. Simi Valley, CA. Everyone is trying to get in on the quality of life in Simi Valley, the 6th safest city in America. The town of some 126,000 people will have to try and continue to keep Simi Valley a secret, lest crime starts going up simply because of people breaking down the doors to get into town. Number 5. Frisco, TX. Welcome to Frisco, Texas. Now if you talk to Frisco residents, they'll probably tell you they should be atop this list. If you walked around here, there's no way you'd see neighborhood bullies running around. And there's practically no chance you'd get robbed by this idiot walking around at night, that's for sure. You only have a 1 in 1,000 chance of being the victim of a terrible crime here. That's low. Frisco is a posh, Dallas-Fort Worth suburb. Like League City, it's growing really fast. In fact, it's just about the fastest growing city in the US. And somehow, despite the fact people are flocking here in droves, people have managed to remain civilized. Imagine that, here in America. Average home prices here are about $500,000. Likely, the criminals and creeps can't afford to live here, so they stay away. Are we seeing a pattern here? Fancy rich suburbs are safe? Who'd have thunk it? Number 4. Irvine, CA. If you want to see a real safe and sound place, head on over to Irvine, California. Statistically, there's hardly any incidents of crime happening in this nook of the state. Good for them. It's likely a group effort keeping this place so safe. Irvine actually ranks as the 10th safest city in the world in a study done by the Daily Mail. This goes to show that just because people are packed on top of one another, it doesn't mean they have to act uncivilized. In Irvine, you'd have a 1 in 1,400 chance of being a victim of a really bad crime, and a 1 in 87 chance of being the victim of a property crime. That's crazy low. It's probably the high home prices keeping bozos like this out of the place. Irvine is in Orange County, but it's nothing like nearby Anaheim, where you definitely have to watch your back when out for a stroll. Irvine is the third California city to make this list. Is the legal weed chilling people out? After all, it would be hard to commit a crime if you were stoned all day. If you live in Irvine, when you come home from work here, it's likely the pets aren't trying to hurt themselves either. Number 3. Allen, TX. Welcome to Allen, Texas, the third safest city in America. So peaceful, Allen is another Dallas suburb. It's basically right next door to Frisco. Here, you have a 1 in 1,200 chance of being the victim of some sort of crime. When someone gets rubbed out here, it's like a huge deal. There's only been 5 people wiped out here since 2002. In Allen, neighbors support their local sports teams. People pitch in to help one another. And you can bet that residents in Allen are proud of their accomplishments. You and I have to worry about all sorts of stuff people in Allen don't. You know, like having our car stolen when we're at the club. Or getting beat up because we talked to the wrong girl. Number 2. Thousand Oaks, CA. Thousand Oaks certainly has a reason to feel safe. We could make 1,000 jokes about how safe Thousand Oaks is. But I will say for perspective, in nearby Los Angeles, you'd have a 1 in 131 chance of being the victim of a bad crime. Here in Thousand Oaks, your chances would be far less, closer to 1 in 750. Plus, if you lived in LA, you'd probably have bad guys for your neighbors. Crime has been steadily falling in Thousand Oaks for the past few years, too, which puts it towards the bottom when it comes to the number of crimes that take place here. This is certainly the type of place where you can sleep well at night. However, we have to talk about what happened here in 2018 when a man went into the Borderline Bar and Grill and wiped out 12 patrons. That was in Thousand Oaks. If it wasn't for that, Thousand Oaks would be in the top 3 on our list. It was considered a truly random crime. Number 1. Cary, North Carolina. Cary, North Carolina? Now, since I live so close, I figured I might as well investigate and see what's going on and why Cary is so safe. Cary is quite a gem. And so safe. You have only a 1 in 1,500 chance of being the victim of a major crime when you live here. There's been 8 murders here since 2002, which is very low for a city that's nearly 200,000 in population. You have only a 1 in 93 chance of being robbed here. For comparison, in Memphis, Tennessee, America's most dangerous city, you have a 1 in 30 chance of being robbed every year. That's 3 times higher. You hardly ever see a Cary police car driving around. We spotted 2 sitting in a vacant lot for some reason. As you drive through Cary, it seems safe enough. The supermarket looks safe. The laundromat feels safe. So does the pottery place. The African and Caribbean market? Safe. Walmart feels safe. Even the Park N shop looks safe. The mall is empty. People in Cary must be Prime members or something. The thing about Cary that is annoying is the people here are pretty rude, snobby and self-entitled. They're mostly wealthy, and come from the Northeast, places like New York, Jersey, Connecticut and statistically, the number of crimes that happen in this Raleigh suburb is off the charts low. Like, nothing ever happens here but peace and quiet low. Is it boring? Perhaps. But can you leave your door unlocked at night? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications before you go. Thanks for watching.